welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com. We're with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, delivering live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like and subscribe and set those notifications so like you guys live with us, so you get the plays in real time, get the best numbers, and join the conversation here in our chat room, because we always welcome your comments in the chat room. So post your picks in the comments below. And by the way, we also have a promo running right now. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Of course, our site is Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll see really hot cappers right now up there. Mindy has been on absolute fire, put up winners after winners after winning day. You see the numbers. They've just been so impressive right now up on the site. So click a link, get signed up to one of Mindy's long-term passes. Morning's team is doing great as well. Nick, Sam in there as well. So go ahead, click the links, get signed up. Daniel put up the good past 7 days. Check out our latest premium picks, featured picks here from our cappers. You'll see many in action right now. Our best bet tab. Well, each capper can release one best bet from each board per day. We had feedback from people that like to know what the best bets are, and we put this together. So each capper can designate one of their plays from their card as their best bet per sport. You can see Mindy here fired in there as well. Tim is well in with lots of them. So go ahead and get signed up. Our $15 premium pick is promotional. Each capper can designate one of their plays off their card as a $15 premium pick to introduce their service to new and existing customers. And of course, many here want to make that great impression with that best bet at that $15 price point. 3 packs offer great value. So go ahead and get signed up. You see the profit guarantee. Profit guarantee is meaning if these 3 packs, this package must win or show profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. The plays in yellow are not the longer term passes because they're sold already at a long term pass. We do sell our picks a la carte on our pick team versus team information. Lots of action here for a Thursday, so go ahead and get signed up. You can see a lot of picks in from the group today. All right, let's get this one underway. With us today, we've got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hope you catch the morning steam here Saturday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for more winners there. Of course, Mindy there with Ramon. Bring in Mindy right now. Ready to roll with Mindy. Mindy, what's happening?
Not too much. Just checking in on daytime basketball.
Yes, daytime basketball indeed. Yes, we do have that. And once we get into late February, early March, we'll see more and more of it. And before you know it, well, at least we'll have some spring training baseball. And then, of course, baseball season turns around. So we'll have some daytime action here coming up pretty soon.
I know.
So looking forward to it. Now, I'm going to pay more attention to baseball this year with all these rule changes really confusing everything. I don't know how that's going to affect your modeling.
It might be, right? I don't know. Are we going to be able to get more hits now? I mean, who knows, right? Without being able to shift. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. We'll see.
What would have done to your average if you were able to shift when you couldn't shift in softball? Would that help your average?
Well, I mean, you have to remember back in the day, we played with like terrible bats and, bad balls. So like, it wouldn't have mattered for us. We still would have, put up 1 run a game. But like right now, the way the game is, I mean, it affects it a ton. I mean, especially when you get in like into slapper defense, stuff like that. I mean, that really impacts the game if something like that would all of a sudden be off the table. I mean, you would have different strategies, and I think a lot more runs, a lot more people looking towards speed, and that might be what happens too. You get more speed on base and taking advantage of that.
Yeah, and I think this could have trickle down effect here as well. We could see it in college baseball, in this women's softball. Let's get some more runs up there, more action. People like to see that instead of those 1-0 games, 2-1 games. So we'll see. There'll be a lot more. What do they call that when you're blowing out a team and they cut the game off? Oh my goodness, mercy rule. We'll see more mercy rule.
Mercy rule, run rule, whatever.
Yeah, you'll see that come into play. But tonight we go into college hoops here. Ohio OVC here. I think they're the first ones to start their conference tournament, if I'm not mistaken, because they end their play February 25th is when their conference. So I think this is one of the first tournaments that start usually with those conference site games. But anyway, tonight, Little Rock here, they were involved in a weird game not too long ago. Who did they play? There was this weird game they had against. I'll go back and look at the research on it. But they played someone. It was one of these weird half-court shots to lose the game. It was something that happened recently. You got to go on. Yeah, there's this channel on YouTube that shows the crazy finishes. They had one of those crazy finishes recently. But anyway, Little Rock.
It's probably one of those bad beats too.
Yeah, it must have been a bad beat for moneyline players, no doubt. Little Rock here hosting Morehead State. Morehead State laying 2 on the road, total 143.
Yeah, so Morehead State will kind of run down, some numbers this season. They're 16-9 overall, 6-6 on the road, and then 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. Versus Little Rock, they're 7-18 overall, 5-2-1 at home, and pretty decent, 6-3-1 against the spread. I thought I would do this one because we had a question on it on the morning's team. We didn't quite get to it. So I was like, why not cover this one right now? But it's one of those that after both of these teams kind of came off to shaky starts, only one of these teams has kind of really turned their season around, and that would be Morehead. They've gone 7-2, while Little Rock has gone 2-7 over the last 9 games. But the last time these two teams played, it was, a pretty decent game. It wound up being a 4-point Morehead State victory, 76-72. And if I kind of take a look at where this, spread lies, it's been sitting at like -2, -2.5. Morehead State has covered that spread at least the 8 out of last 10 games they've played, and 6 of the last 6. Morehead, I think they're kind of more of the better team, just overall. Little Rock can become, I would say, a little bit sloppy, right? I mean, basically, they rank 252nd nationally in defense. It's pretty poor. They give up about 90.7 points per game. I know some of that could be a little bit misleading with, because it was games that they were involved with. I mean, it was like a 98-99, some of those. So it's one of those things that it's really kind of, probably upsetting to them that they can't quite get over the hump because they give up just way too many points here on defense. Morehead, on the other hand, they only allow basically about 52, 63, I think it was 63 points on defense. I think I was thinking about their home and away different scores, because there is quite a bit of difference when Morehead State plays at home as to when they are on the road. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of have this one modeled out at a 77 as a 71 victory here by Morehead State. I'm going to take them here today, minus the 2. I think they can get it done.
All right, Mindy here says Morehead State laying the 2 here against a Little Rock. Yeah, Little Rock was involved with that game against SIU Edwardsville. Go back and see a crazy finish there. Almost as crazy as that Portland Pepperdine game. Those were the 2 wild ones. If you ever get those are teams no one saw, but wild finishes there. those teams played. Those were both on Saturday. Crazy endings there in those 2. But yeah, when you look at here at Morehead State, they're very good in conference shooting that 3 ball, and Little Rock is just horrific defensively in the OVC. They're giving up 40% shooting from 3, 55% inside, and it's been just ugly in conference for them.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that, if you take a look at Morehead, right, on the other hand, they're only allowing 43% shooting instead of the 50 and 31 instead of the 38 from 3. So that makes a huge difference here in conference play, especially when these games come down to those smallest of margins of victories. I mean, this one's set at 2 points, so, Vegas is always, onto something. They're not usually too wrong when it comes to this kind of stuff. We're just trying to find a little bit of an advantage to tip our team over the top, and I think we have it here when we kind of take a look at all the factors going on in this game, especially like you said, in conference and the way that Little Rock gives up the defense here.
Yeah, 4 conference wins on the road here for Morehead State. In conference, hitting 40% from 3, 49% inside, 74% at the line. And yeah, you have a bit of high turnovers there, but still the shooting there is just massive difference here between the Morehead State and Little Rock. And Little Rock, again, already dropped a lot of home games this year at 5-4. All right, Mindy here on Morehead State laying 2 against Little Rock. This one will have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Look at these numbers here last 30 days. Mindy, over 4,000 units of profit. I don't see anybody on these multi-sites with these numbers here. Last 30 days been on absolute fire right now on the site. Of course, tonight we do have an NBA on the boards, 4-game card. And we got lots of college hoops, though, lots of conferences, small conference, and mixed in with some Pac-12 in there, your late night Big West as well. And of course, the NHL. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep working hard. We're gonna try to keep this going here as long as we can. So yeah, today I got 2 plays in the NBA. I didn't have any this morning before the show, but after careful consideration, additional line movement, picked up 2 plays in the NBA, and it's kind of the same way with the NHL. The games that I were looking at. They were really big money lines opening up, and they've just kind of throughout the day kind of tick down, tick down, tick down. So they got to a place where I like to put my money. So 2 games in the NHL. So you can find actually a couple best bets if you're interested in the NBA and a hockey package from me. And then also have quite a few plays today in college basketball. I think it's like a 62 game card. Came up with 12. So I have a 5-pack available earlier in the day, and then a 7-pack of plays as well. And then also, if you're looking for something later in the day, I went ahead and repackaged 3 basketball games for you. I believe is what I did. It's either 3 or 5. So I think it's 3. So starting at 8 o'clock my time, you can get 3 more plays to finish off your night right as well. So there's quite a bit of options for you today with selecting one of those packages, but instead you might as well get the best value like Tony had talked about today and pick up something a little bit longer term, perhaps, the 7-day that would get you through the Super Bowl and some more NHL, NBA, and college basketball action. Or you can take a look at something much longer term, and that way you can get that per unit play down as much as possible if you like to follow my consensus plays here, because I kind of feel like all I'm doing is giving information, and you can go ahead and pick what is best for you and your best strategy once you have these plays available. So yeah, go ahead and take those or check that out, and make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout as well.
That's right. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all the premium pick packages. So get on board with Mindy Hahn. We've shown you the results. She's been on absolute fire, over 4,000 units of prop here last 30 days. Mindy in action here. A 5-pack here from college basketball. 7-pack here Super Thursday as well. Totals package here from Mindy, as well as late night basketball guaranteed 3-pack. In action here with best bets here from college basketball, NHL, and the NBA. So get on board here with Mindy Hahn right now, where she's been on absolute fire on the leaderboards here. And of course, you can use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 20% off. Now, Mindy was talking about those long-term passes. The way Mindy's rolling, you got to get that 1-month pass right now. The way she's rolling, get all of Mindy's premium clicks here for 1 month. That includes all her NBA, all her NHL, all her college basketball. This takes you to the end of all of regular conference season play. You'll get some of the early conference tournaments from the mid-majors, and maybe a few there sprinkled in there from the major conference, because this will take you to March 8th. So we'll have some conference plays there, those Tuesday, Wednesday games that you see there. So you'll have some early major conference action, minor conference tournament coverage as well. Great value right now with that 30-day pass, with all these sports overlapping and high volume number of games during the conference tournament season, right? Day and night, mid-afternoon, sometimes early morning. So get on board there with Mindy with that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll be able to save 20% off. We'll do the math on the 1-month pass. That's $66 off that 1-month all sports pass when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cabras tab, and you'll land right on Mindy's page. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Mindy, morning steam included another 6-day work week there with the games covered. You have a nice day off tomorrow. You can sleep in, and of course, back at it again Saturday.
That's right. I'm so excited for my sleeping in day. I don't think you understand, Tony.
I
do. You do, yeah, right? It's nice to have at least, 1 day off. I sometimes think about, how you handle it all the time with doing that, every day. And, like our news broadcasters, right? They get up early and do it every day. I mean, it's it's a lot of work, but it's also been very rewarding. I mean, we're doing great things with the mornings team. We have a pretty large following. It's fun, right? It's a group where I feel like I'm just almost hanging out with just my friends in the morning. So it's been, pretty fun. And I just think it's nice that we can have a group with, that has the same commonality. We all like the same things. We're all the ones that get in trouble for looking at our phone, looking at scores too much. But yeah, I think it's been really great. So I'm still really thankful to you, Tony, and to Ramon for getting me into this show. So I'm having a great time. But yeah, it's a place where we can go ahead and take a look at line movement, injuries, gaining consensus, doing some, for me, it's been great because I've had folks helping me with, NBA props. So I kind of feel like it's like symbiotic there. It's been give and take between me and Ramon and our expertise, and then folks out there with their expertise on prop plays too. But I'm having a good time and I'm really enjoying it, and we're doing well. I mean, look at the, team steam up there over the last 30 days. I mean, and then I know that everyone in the chat room has been pretty happy with all of the wins. I mean, they show us, right? I mean, so there's a lot of folks that are out there winning, and that's been our goal here, right? Is to give out that information, find consensus, and then, go ahead and as a community, try to take Vegas down. That's what we're doing. So you can also catch me on Twitter with another pick in NCAA college basketball. So make sure you check that out. I mean, you might as well get more free plays from us all. Why not?
That's right. Get more free plays from Mindy there. Follow Mindy there at Tony's Picks Mindy Morning Steam Show. They just concluded a show today, so you can go back on the archive and take a watch or listen to it. You can watch it on listen to our podcast as well. But take a watch on the video there. Complete rundown on all the pro sports, NBA and hockey, and then a few of the college hoops. So we don't get all of the 60 plus games that are going on. They'll be doing it right now. We'd miss game day. We wouldn't be able to broadcast game day picks if they did. But you can put in a game request for the colleges on our Discord because our Discord is starting to grow up in membership here. So guys, visit our Discord. It's the conversation continues on our Discord when we're not broadcasting live here because a lot of our friendly community here, like Blake and Nathan today, are commenting there in the chat room, but the conversation always continues on our Discord with a lot of breaking news, trade analysis, prop plays here, morning steam, a lot of questions and answers there on the board regarding sports betting in a nice, friendly, and civil way. And of course, it is moderated, so we've been able to keep the bozos out pretty well. This thing works pretty good to keep them out of here because it tracks the IP number, so they can't come back in here and do all the nonsense. I wish some others would track IPs, but this Discord seems to have it together there as far as security. But anyway, check it out there on the Discord, and of course, a lot of conversation there. Also, too, if you'd like to put in your requests for games, this is where you do it. Just go to the Morning Steam channel on our Discord and put in what you'd like requested. Remember, Saturday's a huge college basketball card, so you can go in there and start putting your requests in what you want covered there on Saturday. So check it out there on our Discord. Follow the link there on the top of the page and go ahead and get signed up to the Discord. All right, Mindy, as always, great having the show. Continue that success. Have a great day off tomorrow get good sleep, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to bed right now. All right. Just kidding.
You got to watch the games.
That's right, I do.
That's right.
So not quite yet. All right, take care, Tony. We'll see you on Friday. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
Yes. Afternoon. It'll be 2:00 your time, so you should be awake by then.
I'll be here. Okay.
Mindy here on Game Day Picks. All right, guys, make sure you tune into Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time, and converse in our chat room here with our great contributors there like Blake and Nathan, and there's a lot of folks there that come in with some great comments, their picks as well. And of course, we invite you all to our Discord. Click the link there, the link is in the chat, live chat, to get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Time to welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll catch him on the mornings here on the Morning Steam. We'll bring in Ramon right now. Ready to roll with Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, ready to roll here with basketball tonight. Just getting ready, waiting for a little something on Sunday. Figure out something to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was talking to I think Mitch the other night. I said, "Well, aren't you glad that we're in this industry, not having to talk about the same game for for 14 days? That's just got to be brutal." But we just talk about the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday. That's about it. There's so much action in college hoops, NBA, NHL. So we're fortunate enough to do that here in our format that we have here, and what we cover here is we cover everything today. It's called Game Day Picks, so that means we got to cover what's going on today, which is great. Because I'm already tired of all the Super Bowl coverage. I just want to get to the game. But anyway, here we go. ESPN Plus, Southern Miss and Louisiana in Sun Belt play. Yes, Southern Miss is no longer in CUSA. They're in the Sun Belt now. Southern Miss here, 2.5, total 147.
Yeah, good or bad, I don't know what to think about that because could be the Sun Belt, one bid league come tournament time. So this game is important. It may not be as important. I'm not sure. I am sure, I think. But you got the two first place teams. Both are 10-2 in the Sun Belt in a one bid league. Maybe this game does not mean as much as come conference tournament time. Or maybe for Louisiana, if they can get this road win and a few things shake the way they might, maybe they could get the second bid. After all, they're 20-4 overall. Southern Miss is 21-4. These are strong records, but right now, both the loser of the conference tournament between these two teams probably going to be on the outside looking in. So maybe the winner of this game could enhance their chances just a little bit, but they would still need two or three teams to suffer some multiple upsets in their conference play, talking about conferences that are just ahead of the Sun Belt, which we know is kind of below par at this point. That's why they're the one bid league. So what'll happen in this one when you have Louisiana's high-powered offense against a good defense of Southern Miss? Louisiana's won 10 straight games. They're off a win 77-67 over Marshall. They come in averaging 77 points per game on this 10-game winning streak. They're averaging more than 72 points per game. They've gone over in 10 of their last 14, including 8 of their last 9 on the road have also gone over. For Southern Miss, no, they're known for their defense. They allow just 65.3 points per game, but average 74 points per game. They're on a 7-game winning streak. So this is one of the best matchups of the night, no matter what conference you're in. Southern Miss has gone over 5-2-1 in the last 8 games. They trailed at halftime in their last game against Georgia State, but they ended up scoring 49 points in the second half, showing their offensive ability to pull away for a 79-71 victory. Now, Louisiana does play pretty fast. They're third in fastest tempo so far in conference. These two teams have already met for their first meeting. Only went to 136 points at 75-61 in a Louisiana win at the Cajun Dome. But with Southern Miss at home, I think they will be more comfortable offensively. You have Louisiana. They're really in the top three-point shooting team in conference play. They're tops in offensive rebounds. But what you have is a team in Louisiana that plays up tempo and then does turn the ball over a little bit more than you would like, even as good as they are, which, allows for quick buckets. And what's happened here is Southern Miss comes in. They're a top 20 team in near proximity buckets. In those transition buckets, they are very, very strong as well. They're also 53rd in second chance points. But I think the key stat, they're inside the top 20 in quick points, points off turnovers, points off steals in transition. So I expect Southern Miss to pick up their end offensively where they didn't in scoring 61 points in the first game. You have Louisiana, they're top 25 shooting percentage team in the nation at 48%. They're inside the top 15 in shooting from 3 at 38.5%. And they're not bad inside as well at 65%. They're a very strong team with Jordan Brown leading the way, averaging 20 points. They have another top offensive player in Greg Williams, only 14 and a half points, but very, very efficient. Southern Miss has Austin Crowley as their leader, averaging 17 and a half points per game. And you look to Philippe Haas as well. So both teams top 20, top 75 in field goal attempt rates, Tony. So I think we'll have plenty of shots to get this one to go over 147 in the biggest game of the season in the Sun Belt, Louisiana at Southern Miss tonight.
Ramon says go over here, Louisiana and Southern Miss over 147. Yeah, Louisiana, a really good three-point shooting team that gives up the threes, giving up 38% from beyond the arc. Last in three-point defense. They do have the third longest active win, but we're not talking wins or losses here. We're talking totals here, and yeah, you're looking at the point they put up this year. Quite impressive.
Yeah, and we'll see. When you look at this line for the game, Southern Miss, they're obviously the team that's, like I said, they're tied for first atop the standings right now, but the perception is Louisiana is the better team that will eventually get that conference tournament win. But take a look, Southern Miss, they are the slight favorite in this game. So I think the one thing about yes, Louisiana does give up the three. Southern Miss, a little bit more of an interior team, however. So, hopefully they do get a chance and, make some threes. I am looking for this game to go over, obviously, here in this one. But again, a tightly rated game. I mean, you're talking about a 1.5, 2-point spread in favor of Southern Miss in this, the biggest game of the season. And like I said, really, it does look like a one-bid league. So not that this game is super important. I mean, that'll come conference tournament time. Maybe Southern Miss can look to make a statement by evening up this series. Louisiana, they're the team with the chance maybe to get an at-large bid. Talked about a team, when you talked about Morehead, for example, there's another one-bid league, lower rated, of course, in the Sun Belt, but Morehead, they'll get in, Tony, probably in their conference, and they'll be stuck in a 16, they'll be in a play-in game. So it's real weird how the NCAA works things out. I mean, you got a second best team here, probably better than that team, but that's just the luck of the draw when it comes to automatic bids and at-large bids and how this one plays out. I don't know if these teams will feel like this is super important or not. I mean, there's always pride when it comes to winning a regular season conference title, and Louisiana is expected to be that team, but right now Southern Miss can grab that conference lead with a victory tonight. And the way these two teams are playing, that might be a hard game to overcome. This one could be for the conference regular season title tonight.
All right, Ramon here, Louisiana and Southern Miss over 147. This one will have a start time 8:30 Eastern time. Ramon, let's take a look over at TonySpace.com, showing great results here in college basketball over the last 30 days. 543 units of profit, all documented over at TonySpace.com. Big college hoops card tonight for in the NBA, NHL as well on the ice. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
You see the record there in college basketball, and I have a 3-pack loaded right now for tonight's college action, starting at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, 6 Central, 3-pack in college basketball tonight. See it right there, including games on the extra board. So check that one out, and also a 3-pack tonight in the NBA, Tony. We're going with, out of the 4 games, we'll be involved in 3 of those games tonight. Look, a lot of people want to pass on those games. I don't know if it's a refusing the handicap games with new personnel, or it can be tough.
Laziness.
Well, I mean, you want to see a game, but hey, the line is there, right? I mean, why not factor in, try to determine maybe you have the advantage over the books when it comes to these type of games, when you have teams tonight playing like Brooklyn, like Phoenix, like the Lakers, all coming off of blockbuster trades. Even I went to bed and didn't know that Durant had been traded by the time I got up, and I never sleep. So that one, came as a stunner this morning, where they pulled off a big midnight blockbuster, if you will. Should say the Nets pulled it off, I would think, in the long run. But oh well, everybody wants out of Brooklyn, no problem. I'm sure they're all happy.
There was some whispers on the 7th on that. the Wojo had that whisper
Oh,
out there.
oh yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, why you're pointing at the let's get out of here. I mean, we're the two stars of the franchise. So who does it really fall on? First, they wanted the coach fired, and then they just said, screw it, let's leave. It looks like those guys are the problem, really, and. Hopefully they can turn their new teams around, but it looks like they're the ones that are always bringing the drama into their new scenarios. I mean, the drama follows those guys wherever they go. So hopefully they can overcome all that. We talked about it on the show today. Will
You can blame Boston for that when they got clobbered, right? That clobber game. I think that was it for them when they lost.
Oh yeah, but I mean
That was it.
look at the stability though right now though in a team like Boston, right? I mean, they're doing it a different way to a certain extent. So, anyways, Tony, a 3-pack in the NBA tonight with these 3 games. It's a pretty attractive card. The big games and the other games as well. So, a little nice 4-game card tonight. Approaching that trade deadline, I imagine there'll be some other dominoes to fall. I don't know if we'll get the obviously, I don't think we'll get the deals that we just did, but we'll see if there's some more personnel moving. I did see a move on that Laker game down to 7, so I'll be curious to see what's going on there tonight. Seeing some 7s out there right now, that might indicate some situation.
Well, Giannis was on the injury report today. That was for sure. I saw that. That was what got my attention was Giannis's injury report. Not that he's in it. Usually it's going to be resting the knee, right? Because they got a game tomorrow. This is the front end of a back-to-back here for the Bucks. They've got the Clippers tomorrow, so that's something to consider here, whether or not they want to rest him today. And obviously the moves they made, they did move out someone to get Crowder because they got Crowder in here. He's not going to play. Portis, Ingles, and Ibaka, Crowder out. Giannis and Lopez still probable there. I'm sorry. I'm looking at tomorrow's game, but let me go back here because I was already looking at tomorrow's game with the Clippers. But anyway,
yeah. You have it right though. Giannis probable, Lopez probable, but Ingles out certainly there right now. So that was my only concern. In fact, I'm seeing it tick back up to 7.5 right now at the book 10 minutes from me, and also at the online book that you can bet in the U.S. So maybe there's not much ado there. Again, we'll see how the Lakers come out of this one. There'll be plenty of speculation about their intensity coming off that emotional game. They're off a loss. So I know that a lot of people are willing to say, hey, Lakers coming off a high, right? I mean, by the end of the game, we talked about on the show today, LeBron couldn't even finish the game, quite frankly. They still had a fighting chance in that final minute 40, but LeBron had to leave the game. He was just pooped, after that one. So, but congratulations to LeBron. That was a great moment. And, I'm not worried about I'm worried about AD not participating in the game from a production standpoint. I don't think there's any friction. Some people were talking, AD didn't go congratulate LeBron. Those guys are like the best of friends. I mean, I think it's obvious. So, not a problem there. It's just that AD, maybe he's one of those semi-drama guys too. In a way, he can be one of the best players in the league every night when he puts his mind to it. And then you get a game like the other night where he was hardly a factor. It was almost like he was saying, "This is LeBron's show. Let him have it." But again, like
that's
you
what
said,
it was.
Tony, the goal was to win that game.
I blame the coaching for not putting the supporting cast in the right mind. Even LeBron in the right mind frame that how important this game was to the Lakers. They are only better than 2 teams in the West. That's San Antonio and Houston. And the trades just mean that they won't fall behind those 2 teams. And there's still questions mark whether they can climb beyond their team. Can you think they're going to pass OKC in the standings? I don't know. I don't think so. There are 3 other teams ahead of them. The 12th, 11th team, ahead of them for that embarrassing 10 spot. Maybe that's their ceiling is to get to the 10. What do you think?
Well, yeah, every game is almost a desperate situation for the Lakers. So the thing was, right, would LeBron rest tonight, even though it's against the Bucks? He probably can't because the Lakers are already, with this deal. They don't have their 3 new guys in there. They've already shipped out Westbrook. So personnel, the numbers could be an issue tonight. That kind
They
of
moved Bryant, by the way. Bryant was just moved not too long ago.
Yeah, that's a tough move to swallow actually, because he was promising. But again, the Lakers are taking kind of marginal players and turning them into a little bit of something. That was that was a shocker then actually. So I don't know. The Lakers, they do have issues tonight going into this game with their numbers. I would think in a game that, I don't know, against the Bucks, maybe LeBron, he's had a day off, so maybe he was figuring to play in this game. I know we know he's always on the injury list with that ankle, but again, that's just it's something that's troubled him. But
Bryant is an expiring contract, and they got 3 second-round picks and Devin Reed out from Denver. So I think it's kind of a backhand to say, we know we're not any good, we're going to just stockpile second-round picks. That's really what it was. Which are probably worthless in the long term, actually. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, LeBron's never going to give up, obviously, and he thinks that the move that they made is to help them right now. Like we said, just want to get in. We're not saying they're in. I'm
seeing something here. Mo Bamba is now Lakers, so there is some movement here. I don't know, Mo Bamba now on the Laker roster. This is just breaking. I don't know if there's a trade pending, but I just see Mo Bamba now on the Laker roster. So there must have been some movement here, because we see Devin Reed, a guard. Vanderbilt's a big player, so maybe that's one of the reasons why they wanted to get some help. But Bamba looks like he's coming over to help Davis. This is just breaking. I don't see any news of the trade, but I've just seen Mo Bamba now a member of the Lakers roster for some reason.
Yeah, it's going to be just coming in. I'm seeing it now on my tweet deck, Tony. The Lakers are going to trade Patrick Beverley to Orlando for Mo Bamba. And Mo Bamba, I'd be pretty excited about that move right there, from a future perspective as well. I think he's a nice player, certainly. So that'll be for the Magic will get Beverley, second-round pick, and cash considerations. It's unlikely that Beverly will ever suit up, however, for Orlando. So we'll see how that works out. But I don't think that Pat Bev is done, especially he definitely can help someone during the postseason this year. So I don't think his career is done, but they don't expect him to play a game with the Magic. But that's a big move for the Lakers. Thank you for sharing that.
Big move, and bad move for Beverly, because I think maybe Barstool will cancel his podcast now. That won't be much use to them. All right, guys, get up over the remote over at Tony's Picks, the NBA Thursday night 3-pack up there, as well as college basketball 3-pack. We've flashed the numbers again with Ramon. He's been on absolute fire here. 543 units of profit that is documented over at Tony's Picks in college hoops. So get on board with Ramon Scott. Of course, you can also get the longer term passes from Ramon. We have also the 1 month all sports pass. Get all of Ramon's premium plays for 30 days. That includes all his NBA, all his NHL, as well as the Super Bowl, and of course college basketball. Remember, with that 30-day all sports pass, that will take you right into through the first week of March. So that means we've got the end of major conference play, as well as a lot of mid-major conference tournament action. So high volume college basketball here in March with that 1 month all sports pass. The first week of March will be high volume college hoops in action there. So that's part of it, as well as Ramon's peripheral action. He does get involved. He does a UFC podcast. He also includes UFC plays, Bellator plays as well. He also delves into some of the tennis as well. So keep an eye there with Ramon here with that 1 month pass. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, you also moderate our Discord. And of course, Morning Steam, you'll have a day off tomorrow after another great show today. All pro action, as well as a handful of college basketball.
I have no idea what you just said, Tony. After all, you just broke that trade, and now I'm watching this frantic comeback by Wagner. I've got the under pretty solid here now. It's a 1-point game with 50 seconds left. Wagner was down close to double digits with they were down big with just 3.5 to go. Exciting finish here. Yeah, Tony, tonight I got to play up for you on social media at Tony Picks Ramon. Pick up my free play in the game between Lamar and Incarnate Word. Incarnate Word is a favorite at home. They're going up against Lamar. What do I have? Log on to Tony's Picks Ramon and pick up another free winner tonight in the Lamar game against Incarnate Word. And also my embedded videos here on Tony'sPicks.com. Pick up my free video winners tonight in the leaderboard video where I cover all the handicappers and how they're doing. It's basically called the Talk About Mindy Hahn show. We've got Lipscomb and Central Arkansas in my game tonight on the leaderboard video, and also on my sponsor video tonight. You can pick up another winner there. I have that one in the game between Northwestern State and Texas A&M Commerce. So just more free winners for you to pick up here at Tony's Picks. From me, Ramon Scott, and going to put something together tonight, a little more college basketball. Mindy and I are pretty involved heavily in hockey, so got nothing up yet. Most of our plays were together there on the ice. So we're going to take our day off, regroup a little bit. Morning's team numbers obviously pretty solid as well. If you put Mindy together with the morning's team picks, I think you're up, close to 5 dimes over the last 30 days. So you get all of our winners for free every morning, putting together solid days over there. This week been flatlining a little bit with a couple of winning days mixed in, but nothing that we can't just overcome in just one day. So we'll have a strong night tonight. We have 10 plays that we came to a consensus on, or 9 plays, I think, that we came to a consensus on the morning's team. Tune into our show if you haven't before. It comes on Saturdays through Thursdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Your first look on YouTube at the day's betting card. If Mindy and I agree on a pick on a game, we call it our premium consensus. We repackages, as Mindy said, over on Tony's Picks, but you can get them absolutely free just by watching our show. We're so thankful that we get up to close to 100 live viewers every day, but those are important because those are big contributors to our show, but we don't want to slight the other 300, 400, 500 viewers that tune into the show or watch the clips of the show individually on individual game picks. So they're all very important, and even though we don't get a chance to shout you guys out, we might not know your names, but we know you're out there because the view counts say so. And we're thankful for that, Tony. Thank you very much. And we'll be back on Saturday. I guess we're renewed at least for another week here at Tony's Picks, giving out winners and having a great time with our community. I think you knew all along what you were doing, Tony T, to get a show together and a community together like that. And I'm just glad that Mindy and I have helped make it come together for Tony's Picks.
That's right. Great work there with Ramon and Mindy here with that morning's team. Of course, check us out on the Discord for more where the conversation continues. And Ramon's leaderboard video, when you hit the premium pick tabs, you'll go over to our leaderboard video there and you'll be able to check it out as well as on homepage. We do have a sponsored video as well. And of course, we have a lot of plans here for Tony'sPicks.com. Great software, great functionality, putting the user first. We're not trying to get you for page views. You don't have to click 30 pages to get what you want. You can easily find what you need here, right here with the smart tab navigation, the way it's been designed for that, for the user first. And of course, you'll be able to find Ramon's also his sponsored video play there. So 2 spots on the embedded videos there. So get there, get signed up. Also, don't forget the Discord. Ramon is moderator there at the Discord. Of course, post your plays, post your questions for Ramon, Mindy, and myself on the Discord, and you'll see right now a lot of content up there from the community. And all you got to do is click the link. It's private. We keep it private, so you guys can get the private link just to our community here. So click. It's not up there publicly viewed. It can only be accessed through a private link, which we put here on our chat link. So click the link, get signed in there, and become a member right now, and get involved in the conversation. The sports betting conversation continues over on our Discord, so get over there. All right, Ramon, it's always great having the show. Continue that success. I know you keep an eye on those lines in your game. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yep, and I guess I'll head over to the trade ticker as well, see what's up.
Right.
It looks like maybe more action coming.
Yep, seems that way. All right, Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us, get the plays in real time, and join the conversation when we're live on the chat. And get the link to the Discord so you know how to find us there as the conversation will continue on. Let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. It's time for my play. We're going to go to this Nugget and Magic game. I'm going to be here on the Magic, take the 6 here against Denver. Denver, not the... again, we've seen a lot of Denver winning because they've been at home a lot, but we've kind of forgotten what the Denver team looks like on the road because when the way the schedule's worked out, they've been at home a lot. And I remember what Denver. I remember my criticism of Denver has been how they're so much of a different team on the road. Let's take a look at this injury report. Let's just see if there's any more trade activity here. We know Bamba is out of there, but he wasn't really going to. I don't believe he was on the report to play anyway. So we know that Bryant is a new acquisition there for Denver. He's not going to play. Gillespie is out. Najee, the forward, is questionable. So is Murray, the questionable as well. A little bit of depth for the player moved out for Bryant there. Reed, who didn't really see much of an active member there of Denver. Orlando, we got Fultz. Harris, a game time decision. Wagner, Boncaro, and Carter. I'm happy with that starting 5 there for Orlando in this one. The Nuggets, when we kind of look at them, we kind of forgot that they are 25th in road defensive rating right now, giving up 117.6 points per 100 possessions, and that is one of the reasons why I'll be against them in this one. Looking at the Magic, they're 8th in home shooting. They shoot the ball well in their home court, nearly 49%. The defensive rating could be better. Nuggets have lost 3 of 5 on the road, averaging just 108 points per 100 possessions, giving up nearly 115 per 100. I know one of those games was an ugly loss on the road on a back-to-back, but still not sold here on the Nuggets. They got to show me a little bit more on the road before I back them laying almost 2 possessions here on the road. So I will tell you. And then also note their road form. They have failed to cover 14 of 23 on the road. Magic have won 3 of 5 at home, scoring 119.5 per 100 possessions while allowing 116 per 100. And again, we've seen a lot of Denver at home. We kind of forgot about the road form because they've been piling up wins, pounding teams at home. But remember, the Nuggets, look at the numbers on the road, have not been that impressive, not this season, but the past several seasons on the road, especially when they're back east. All right, Magic plus the 6, guys. Over at Tony's Picks right now, I've got 5 premium plays for you right now over on the site. I've got best bets as well from the NBA as well as college basketball. Also a mixed 3-pack with NBA and college hoops there. So 5 premiums on the board for me right now. So get over and get signed up. You see the 2 best bets one from the NBA, one from college hoops. Or my long-term passes, you can go with a 1-month all sports pass. You'll get all of my premium plays here for that 30 days. Includes all my NBA, college hoops as well. So get on board. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you will save 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on a Game Day Picks. We'll get to the recap here in just a minute. A lot of trade news coming in right now. We just said Bamba coming over for the Lakers. Patrick Beverley is out. And, of course, a little bit of information here from Ramon. Bamba currently still suspended. Remember that on-court fight. He can return on February 13th. I'll just give him more time to settle in. But, again, Lakers getting some help there on the inside. Now that explains the move for Bryant, right? Because they got a bunch of second-round picks, and some of those second-round picks got moved in that move for Bamba. So he moves over to the Lakers here. So that is one of the moves. Let's keep an eye here on that as well. And Brown could be sidelined tomorrow against Philadelphia. Keep an eye on that one as well. A lot of news coming across. Still looking for some trades. But again, we are hitting the witching hour just 3 minutes before the end of the trade deadline. Of course, a lot of the news comes a few hours afterwards as well. Also, there'll be some players bought out, right? That'll be some of the news. I think Patrick Beverley will be one of those players bought out of their contract. Also, another notable player they were talking about a buyout yesterday. We'll see. We'll see if Eric Gordon gets traded away. Boy, that was a poor 3-point. Well, some may say for Houston that was a good 3-point foul, right? Because that cost them the win against Sacramento and helped their draft chances. Bones Highland comes to the Clippers. The Clippers give out a 24 and 25 second round pick. The Denver Nuggets are loaded at guard. Loaded. I mean loaded. So Bones Highland is a good acquisition here. I saw Bones, Wall Green go to Houston. Gordon comes to the Clippers. 3 second round picks from Memphis come to the Clippers. The Grizzlies get Luke Kennard. The Clippers receive Mason Plumlee. Charlotte receives Reggie Jackson. These are just breaking right now on NBA TV, so I'm just reading what I'm seeing on the screen. So some trades right now happening in real time. So Plumlee goes to the Clippers, and the Clippers get some help there with in that spot to improve their depth, to help the bench out a little bit. Remember, the bench is all nothing but Norman Powell all the time, but when I think this is going to help them when they do that load management situation. So now we've got man. And, of course, the backups now, Highland, Gordon, Powell, Batum, Plumlee, giving the Clippers some much-needed depth because, remember, they use that load management a lot, right? And then what happens, it just strips the bench with anybody because Powell's the guy that you need at the bench. So Bones Highland is a pretty good, third string. I think he was the best third string guard in the West. And I saw myself, him and Braun in that backcourt with that third string when they played the Clippers in the preseason. I said, wow, look at the backcourt depth that this Nuggets team had when you look at all their guards. But I think this is a pretty good move here for the Clippers to get some needed depth because of all this load management nonsense that they do here. They need some production here. Plumlee in there has got starting experience, and of course, at Plumlee's attitude, boy, you get out of the cemetery there from Charlotte, and you go into a team with some life. So that's gonna help. That's gonna help his attitude as well. Bucks, Nets, and Pacers involved in a three-way with trade right now. So a lot of news coming here, top of the hour. But the Clippers making some noise here to their bench, and it's needed here. Again, with all this load management nonsense that happens throughout the season. All right, let's get to the recap here on the show today. Let me go ahead and put up the information. I think we've got recap. Here we go. We had Mindy was on Morehead State, laid the 2 against Little Rock. Ramon was on Louisiana and Southern Miss here over 147. I'll be on the Magic +6 here against the Nuggets. All right, so a lot of these moves coming in at the deadline. We'll be back in about a couple hours with another live show, so tune in for that. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. And Muscala now goes to the Celtics. Muscala is a pretty good bench player from the Thunder. Give him some help with rebounding, right? They needed that help because Williams has hurt a lot. So that is a notable trait there as well. And we just told you earlier, Patrick Beverly and a second rounder in cash to the Magic from Obama. That was another one here at the deadline. All right, that's going to do it for our show. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us in the chat room. Nathan walked this way. Blake as well was in there. Nathan, thank you all. Of course, the conversation will continue over on our Discord. So click the link there in the chat and get signed up. That's going to do it for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today. Wait, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow.